Welcome to the Idaho Veterans Guide 101 Introductory Tutorial. My name is Marissa McCarter, and I'm the Community Engagement Specialist for the Idaho Veterans Guide, as well as the Community Resource Assistant for the Idaho Division of Veterans Services. I, along with the entire Idaho Veterans Guide team, am very excited to introduce you to this one-stop shop for all resources for veterans and their loved ones. I'm going to be going over what the guide is, why it's needed, how it's used, and how to suggest, claim, and even edit your program as an organization. First, I like to start with the mission of the Idaho Veterans Guide, which is to get all low or no cost resources to those in need with dignity and ease. We like to emphasize, first of all resources, as these aren't just veteran specific. The truth is, there's a whole community of resources that might not be listed as veteran specific, but can be just as important and, if not just as helpful, as those listed for veterans only. For example, if you're looking for a food bank, there may be one right around the corner ready to help that could save you a 40-plus-mile drive to the Boise VA. This is also opening up services to family members and loved ones as well. Because one thing we've learned is that if the community is healthy, we have a much better chance of having a happy, healthy veteran community as well. Lastly, we emphasize the ease of navigating these programs from the comfort of your own home or mobile device anywhere within the United States, and also giving the dignity of response from the programs and the organizations listed. All the programs listed on the guide have the contact setting that is controlled by the organization hosting the program or resource. In providing this feature, we better ensure the probability of a response. So, how did we do it? Well, we didn't. Luckily, the database and the suite of tools that are entirely free already existed on findhelp.org. We just had to create a doorway for our local community. A few of these doorways into this national database already exist that you may have heard of. If you've worked in the medical community, I'm sure you've heard of the Idaho Health Data Exchange, and there is findhelp.idaho.org. These doorways go into the same national database, just with a little more control over what's listed and the analytics available, which is why we created the Idaho Veterans Guide. But you may be asking, why would we need to create a doorway if the database already existed? And there's a few reasons why. First of all, creating the Idaho Veterans Guide is what keeps this free. It keeps free access to listings to users and people in the community. It gives a free suite of tools to the organizations listing those programs, and it keeps the Idaho Veterans Guide free from ads or sponsorship. What that means is our users, the veterans and their loved ones, do not become a target market, and sponsors cannot pay their way for their programs to be listed at the top of their program cards. We also have more control over who can be listed. There's some local organizations that might not meet the national database requirements and are deemed unlistable. But we here in Idaho have seen the direct impact on our community and the positive impact they've had, and know that these resources are valuable to get in front of veterans. So we can have them listed on the Idaho Veterans Guide, whereas you won't find them in another doorway or on findhelp.org. This is also secure. Any information, if any, is shared, is going to be HIPAA, HITRUST, and FERPA compliant or certified. Again, this platform was mainly intended for the medical community, but has much extended its reach once we realized that physical health is just as important as mental health. So you can be assured that any information shared is secured. And also, circling back to those free suite of tools available to organizations. Some organizations out there might not have a website listed, or these tools already in place through their own practices. On idahoveteransguide.org, you can have access to screening forms, intake scheduler, and free access to our one-step referral system that is all encompassed in-house. And one of the last things that's very important to me, especially working for the state of Idaho, are the analytics. We get valuable current data on what's being looked for and where so that we can better serve our community. Current is huge to me because a lot of the information we've had before could be as old as 2 years, which doesn't really help us with the community now because we know a lot can change in just 10 months. But I can literally see today what's being looked for and where so that I can better ensure that the veterans and their family members are getting the services they most need. So, with that, I'm going to introduce you to the guide. Now, first and foremost, the guide likes to remove all barriers, meaning get access for veterans in any way possible. And one of those ways to remove a barrier is language. We understand English isn't the first language for everybody using the guide. So, at any time, you can change the language to one of these hundreds of languages listed here. I also want to note here on this landing page and any page you are at during your visit to the Idaho Veterans Guide, you'll find a site map and all these options that we will circle back to here along the bottom of suggest, claim, and accessibility. If you need help, there is a support button at the top as well that you can reach out to the Find Help staff at any time. And here's where we search by zip code. Again, any zip code within the United States, but for these purposes, we'll start right here in Boise. Once you've typed in your zip code, you hit search and you'll see how many programs are available in your area. And here we have over 2,000. Now you can start narrowing your search. You can search by category and further narrow your search by taking the drop-down options below each category listed. If you don't see what you're looking for listed, you can always come up here to the search box and type in your best guess at the program name. Here, I'm going to type in Veteran Support Services, and we'll just see what pops up. Perfect. Here you see an example of program cards. These are just snippets of information listed by the programs to show you all the options available to you. We'll look at these program cards in a little bit more detail in a moment. But if you want to further narrow your search, if you're getting too many program cards, you can make the search more specific to you by talking about your specific demographics. Again, we won't know who is searching, but you can better control your results. Are you active duty or National Guard or a single parent, part of a minority group? You can click the options to best narrow your results to get all those program cards specific for your needs. You can also filter by program. If you have a certain way you would like to contact the program via call or email, the hours they're available, the costs, are they free or reduced? If you would like free only, all you have to do is click that button and only free will appear. And also, what languages are available in the programs listed below. And lastly, income eligibility. A lot of these programs listed are income eligible specific because they are low or no cost. So this is just another way to ensure that you are getting all the programs most available to you. You can also arrange the cards being listed by what is closest to you. Now, it gets a little confusing because we did search by zip code. So I like to stick to relevance because if you look over here on the left-hand side, you'll see a map populated of all the program cards listed. This will tell me how close they are to me. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this program card. Starting over here on the left-hand side, I can see that this has been claimed because of this check mark, which we will get to in a little bit as well. I can also see if this is local, state, or national by what's listed right here. See, they serve our state, and they serve a specific community, and it will say nationwide if it is a national service. If we come over here, if you want more information than just what's the snippet of information on the program card, just hit more information and this drop-down menu appears. You can go to print view and print this, or you can click on the program title itself and it will take you to a new page. But if you would like to, right there is where you click it to take it to a new page, but all the same information will appear. If you'd like to save this information, you do need to create an account for future use. If you would like to, as you can see here, we'll click on it real quick and I'll show you. You can sign up or log in to save this program card for future use. If you want to share that information with somebody now, you can send via email, text, or Facebook just by entering in your information. It will be a text or email that is coming from you. So please enter your information and then just hit send. If you would like to make notes, again, you just have to create that account, and we can discuss that later, but this is a good reason for you to create an account and explore the Idaho Veterans Guide yourself. And lastly, if you see corrections that need made on any card, including your own, and you just need help, you can suggest at any time and suggest what updates need to be made and hit send, and it will go to the findhelp.org team. Lastly, this little teal button here of how you contact the organization. What I was discussing earlier, whether you go through a screener form or you schedule an appointment or they just want you to email. This organization is part of our referral system, so they can either make referrals for themselves or someone else. You just enter in the information and confirm that you do have the permission to share this information to be a part of this one-step referral process. And this makes it easy for the organizations to manage who has contacted them and if they've been responded to, which I will show you here in a little bit. Other examples of organizations, let's see, again here you can see it's been claimed by this little check mark. This means they've gone through and they have edited the information and created a Find Help account. You can see here they have not claimed, so I can't ensure the information's up to date, but I will be in contact with their best services. These little badges are special to me because that means they've gone through additional training to make sure that they are utilizing the services available to them to the best of their abilities. Ooh, we've got a few that are certified. That's beautiful. Yep, and here we have Military Order of the Purple Heart, or also part of the referral system. Here they have see next steps. They have claimed it, so they have set it up to where they would like people to call this phone number if they would like to contact this organization. Here you see next steps again. Yep, they have a phone number here as well. So that's again how that organization can control what the button actually does to ensure that response from the organizations providing the programs. Next, we're going to get into how to suggest a program. So if you have done your search and you see all the program cards listed, but you don't see yours or the one you're looking for, you can come down to that bottom right-hand corner like we discussed earlier and click on Suggest a Program. Now, the first thing they're going to have you do is search a little bit more outside of that specific zip code to make sure that the program isn't already listed. So they're just going to ask for minimal information, the program name, the state in which it serves, as it's going to search the entire state, a good number, and a website. Now, if you don't have a website, you can leave this blank. It is important for verification processes. I have seen people use their Facebook page, although this is, again, not ideal and not as easily confirmed, but we know we're working with a lot of organizations who may not have the most significant online presence. So we will make it work, but go ahead and just enter in what you know and hit search. Now it's going to populate a list of everything that's close to what you've entered into that information. So take a good look through this list, make sure that it's not listed or just listed incorrectly. If it is not there, then it will ask for some more information here. And if you do work at this program, make sure to click this box right here that I work at this program. Confirm you're not a robot and suggest the program. When doing this, please use your work email. This better, again, aids in claiming the program, verifying your association with the program, and just speeds the process along. And please also note it can take up to 2 days for the team to verify the program and get it listed. And there's a good chance they might reach out to you via email to ask for some additional information. So just give that time and be patient. Let us know if you have any questions or need any help on a local level, though, because we are always here to help. All right, you've suggested your program. It is now listed and you would like to claim it. If you come up here and you click on the program title itself, you're going to be taken to a new page. Now, again, there's a few ways to do this, but this is the easiest way I've found. Right here in gray, it asks if you work here. Go ahead and click that little grayed out lettering and you will be taken to this page. of your steps of selecting your programs, choosing your account, and verifying that ownership of that account. Again, please use your work email before you submit your information. It aids in the verification process. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to the Find Help team and they will help get you listed. If you are deemed unlistable and you want to reach out to us and verify that that is true, or see if you can get on the Idaho Veterans Guide, please reach out to us at any time. I will provide that information at the end of this video. All right. You've suggested your program, you've claimed your program. Now you need to create an account. They will send you a follow-up email that will bring you right back to idahoveteransguide.org to create your account. Once you've created your account and you've logged in, you're going to find that the landing page looks a little bit different. For one thing, once you've logged in, you'll see your name up here and a lot more options just to the left of people I'm helping in my program tools. You'll also see on the home page listed down below are all those free suite of tools now listed that you can click on at any time and set up for your organization to use. For this example, I am just going to show you how to edit your program. Again, if you come right up here to My Program Tools, you will see a few options when you click. There we go. We have inbound referrals, edit program listings, My Team, program analytics, and ongoing education. And that would be for the platform and how you would go about getting those little badges. People I'm helping is going to be another access to the referral system, but we'll talk about that in just a minute and go into edit our programs for now. Here you'll see I only have one program listed under my account, and I can always add more, but to the right of it over here, I have program, contact settings, and hours and locations. This is where I edit that information on that card, the majority of which can be found in program. So I'm just going to click on that, and here you can see a lot of this basic information, the program title, and here's how I can really control how people contact me. You'll see the drop down information here if it's by phone number, by email. And then here you can choose that system. Are you part of the scheduler? Are you going to be part of the referral system? Do you want people to apply? And you can always add more options if there are more options available. Go through and just make sure the information is complete as possible. Give a nice, good description here because, again, this can be used to aid in the searches. And it's too easy to do. You just add your text here, and if it's green, that means you're free of spelling errors. If it's red, you might want to check your spelling and punctuation. Here's where we add those tags. When people narrow their search or they're searching by category, here's a lot of those drop-down menus. So in all of these tag options, please click all that applies so that you are generated in all the searches you apply to. Here you see the people we're serving. We want to make sure we have veterans selected and select everyone from that list that applies. If you have people who speak multiple languages at your organization, please let that availability be known to those using this platform. And finally, remember to use your work email and website. Make sure you click the update button at the bottom so that it actually does go live. All right. Contact settings is where we control that teal button a little bit more in depth. Again, here's where you select what it actually says, and are you going to be a part of the one-step referral process, or are you going to use the scheduler or appointment maker? Use your work email, and again, here are those links to the free suite of tools. Don't forget to hit publish when you are done, so that it does update that program card. All right. Now you can see we're part of the one-step referral form, and I can go into my edit programs right here, but just for the sake of learning, I'm going to go back into my program tools and go into edit my program listing. And now we're going to go to hours and locations. Now, a lot of organizations may have more than one location, or they may have a location that they want to keep private. Here's where you can add all that. You can manage how many locations you have and their availability, and even who is contacted for which locations, which goes under that My Team button that we won't discuss today, but I do encourage you to explore. If you do have an address, you can see we're here in Alaska, and I don't actually want people to have my physical address. It is not an office people can show up to. So I'm just going to go into edit and check all that my information is good. But right here, there's a little button that keeps my address confidential, means it won't show up in that program card. All the rest of the information looks good. All right, so I'm going to say save those changes. Oh, but see that? It wants a little bit more information. So I'm going to go back up and make sure that I've selected all the information it's asking for. Yes, I did do this on purpose because I want to show you it is not a perfect system. There are things that you need to make sure are updated, and you may get kicked back just like that. It is no reason to get upset. It just means we need more information for that card. All right, here I'm going to show you real quick how we manage people we're helping. And I don't have anybody on my list right now, but if I did, you would see their name and their status, if their referral is open, if they have got contact, or if they have been helped. And here you can see, you can organize it a little bit further by which program you're discussing in case you have multiple programs available. All right, so that is how we navigate editing our program and the people we're helping. So the last thing I want to do is make sure that when I've listed my program, that the information I've just updated is correct. So I'm just going to check my program. And maybe you just want to do this to see if you're actually listed. Again, we come to the main page and we type in the zip code of our program. So yes, I am listed in Alaska, so I am going to search Alaska. All right, I'm going to just come up to this because I basically know what I'm looking for, and I'm going to type in the Idaho Veterans Guide, showing that we can search by organization or program. And look, there I am. And there is my information. It serves my state, but when I hit this drop down information, I hope I don't see a map or my location, and I sure don't because I made that confidential. So that's what that'll look like if you go down that path. All my information still here. I have all my buttons. Everything looks up to date. I have claimed it. So everything is good to go. Yep, and I am a part of that referral system. You can also see now that when I click on that refer button, my name is automatically populated because I am logged in. So as an organization, if you log in first thing, sharing and referring and suggesting is going to be a lot faster because it's already going to have your information populated. So with that, that's all I have for you today for this introductory tutorial. I greatly appreciate your time. Here is that contact information for you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and don't hesitate to just use the support button right there on findhelp.org. That team is very responsive and very helpful and works directly with us. So if you're in the state of Idaho going through the Idaho Veterans Guide and you have a question, they will reach out to us and let us know that it's someone in our community that we can help. So thank you again so much for your time. Reach out to us if there's any more questions, and have a wonderful day.